CeeDee Lamb posted a video today where he was out working out, and he said, I'm waiting on the call, but until I get the call, I'm just going to keep grinding. And a lot of people are coming out, and they're saying, you know what, CeeDee's not going to sign here. CeeDee's absolutely going to play for somebody else. He's going to sit this year out, and he's going to play for somebody else. He has 1 year left on his deal here that he has to play. If he sits out, the only thing he does is prolong the year that he has to play here. First of all. Second of all, he would have to take an agreement with the other team that wants to pay him the contract for the year that he's not going to play for us. He's going to lose $17 million for the year if he doesn't play, plus all of the fines that he's receiving for every day that he's not with the team. Do you think in your right mind, because people are like, he's got enough money, $17 million, to quote someone, okay? This is not something that I made up. This is not a comment that I made up. This is a comment that I actually witnessed someone say. $17 million to CeeDee Lamb is a peanut. He's not worried about $17 million. For anyone to believe that CeeDee is not worried about $17 million, you're out of your mind. Okay, you're out of your mind if you think that $17 million for anyone who has money is peanuts, let alone someone whose money next year isn't guaranteed. CeeDee Lamb will suit up week 1 for the Dallas Cowboys. Reluctantly or not, he will play week 1 as the number 1 wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. Because $17 million is generational wealth money. And if he wants to get paid the remaining year of his contract and put that money in a bank account, just in case, God forbid, knock on wood, somebody should get hurt and he's unable to play anymore. Come on, people. Case in point. This young man can never play again. Had to retire early. He is 28 years old. He played for 5 years, right? He was drafted 2018. 5 years. Because he's not going to play this year. He played for 5 years. He got to his first big contract. He got dropped on his head. And now he can never play again. Medical forced retirement at the age of 28 years old. What a sad, sad story. And you want to act like $17 million to CeeDee Lamb is peanuts? Get the F out of here. I've sat with millionaires. What a millionaire will tell you is that every dollar counts. I don't go out to eat every day. I don't drive places that I don't need to go. I don't just get in my car and go drive around the Metroplex because gas costs money. I don't loan money to my family because there's no guarantee I'm going to get it back. These family members aren't asking for $17 million. They're asking for $3,000 to pay their bills, or they're asking for help to buy a car, or they're asking for these people to go co-sign on a car for them. These millionaires, they don't co-sign for somebody that they know and that they love and that they trust on a car or on a home, or give them $3,000 as a loan, because there's no guarantee they're going to get that back. Because these millionaires, these people who make this money, they know $17 million is absolutely money that they can use to put their kids through college and change the path of their lineage forever. Forever? Oh, forever. They don't have to be like me. They don't have to go through the struggles I went through. They don't have to worry about, are they going to be able to pay their gas bill? Are they going to be able to afford Spam so that they can eat for the next week? No. No. My great-great-great-grandchildren will get a college fund. It'll be in a fund and it'll be ready for them. They don't know when that's going to come due or when that's going to be paid. They don't know how many great-great-great-grandkids they're going to have. But guess what? Each and every one of them are going to remember their great-great-great-great pops, CeeDee, who played for the Dallas Cowboys and made $160 million over the course of however many years. Hopefully he can add Super Bowl champion, MVP, 6-time All-Star, 14-time Pro Bowler. You see what I'm saying? $17 million is not peanuts to these guys, man. CeeDee Lamb could very well go out there. And, like I said, man, I hope to God it never happens because we just watched this last year. Where CeeDee Lamb goes out there week 3, week 4, and takes a hit. And the doctors say, I'm sorry, son, but it's not worth it. If you want to walk your daughter down the aisle, I suggest you give up the cleats. I suggest you not play football anymore. That's a scary fact, man. And y'all think that these guys are just sitting on $280 million in the bank? No, they got shit to pay too. If CeeDee's house is worth, if his house is worth $6 million, okay? $6 million. If his house is worth $6 million, imagine what his bills are. Imagine what his mortgage payment is if it's not paid off. Because these guys don't go pay this shit off. They're not guaranteed to live in it for 40 years. These athletes are not guaranteed to live in Dallas for 40 years. They're not guaranteed to be on the team for 4. CeeDee Lamb could absolutely finish this year and say, you know what? Screw all of your contract negotiations. I don't want to sign with you guys because you obviously don't know how to value my worth. Somebody will next year. So I'm going to play this year. Whatever happens, happens. I'm going to do my best because I got to look good for my next employer. Okay? I know 35, 38, 40 is coming next year. That's the real number that we're looking at, if you want to be honest. Okay? No, $17 million is absolutely a number that he wants to get this year. He wants that. He ain't going to sit for nothing. Okay? He ain't going to get paid for sitting on his ass at the house that he's paying to shelter his family. No. Nope. And that's another thing. Don't you think he's got another home that he purchased for his mom? His mom ain't paying for nothing. His moms ain't paying for shit. All right? $17 million is paying for the home that he's living in now. Is paying for the home that his mother is staying in. Don't he have a sister or a brother or something? I mean, come on. These guys take care of their families when they get drafted into the NFL. $17 million is a lot of money. But what I'm telling you is these guys have a lot of financial responsibility, not just to themselves, but to their family and to the people that they love, and that took care of them to get them to the point where they could get drafted into the NFL. And what they've done is they've returned that favor by giving their family members support and generational wealth. He has provided, they have provided, and they continue to provide money for their family to be supported for life. Leighton Vander Esch doesn't have to worry about money, okay? But one of the reasons why Leighton Vander Esch doesn't have to worry about money is because he didn't sit out the last year of his contract, of his rookie deal, and lose whatever $1 million that was, and say, "Well, I'm not gonna play until you pay me." Okay? And look at what that would have done to the Cowboys had they done that. Now look at the shoe on the other foot. Look at what Dallas is doing. They're not paying CeeDee because he's holding out. He's saying, "Look, I know I have another year. I know that. I'm fully well aware of that. But I'm not going to participate in your mini camp, your OTAs, or your Oxnard trip. I'm not doing it. Because I want you to value me. I want you to go ahead and give me a contract now, and let's get this locked in. Let's do this now." And Dallas is sitting back like, man, we did the very thing we got with Leighton early. We paid him early and gave him a guaranteed contract. But then he got hurt, and he can never play again. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. And Jerry Jones flat out has said it in the past. He will take gambles. He will take gambles. The gamble that he's taking right now is you can sit on your hands. This is a negotiation. You entered the chat. You entered the chat room that I've been in for 35 years. Even before that, Jerry was negotiating things. Before he bought the Dallas Cowboys, he was negotiating things. He was doing this. Okay? So Jerry understands negotiations. He understands full well what negotiations are. If I come in here and you're sitting here and you're saying you want to be the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL, I'm not saying you don't deserve it. What I'm asking is it legitimately worth us sitting down and paying you $38.5 million for 4 years for you to come in here and perform in the regular season and do exceptional things and break all of the Dallas Cowboys franchise records for receiving, yards after the catch, all of this other stuff that's tangible, when you get to a playoff game and you and my quarterback just kind of sit on the bench with your chin in your nuts? Like, what is that? The gloves come off. The gloves come off. And if you don't understand the logistics behind it and the fact that it has to be that way, quite frankly, you've either never been put in the position where you've had to do it, or you don't care to understand the other side of the table. Because there are absolutely two sides of the table. Everybody, I've heard it all off season long. I'm so tired of hearing it. If I hear it one more time, it frustrates the crap out of me. You mean to tell me the number one franchise in the team that has the most worth in the world can't seem to get their players? I don't understand what's taking them so long. They're worth trillions of dollars, exaggeration, and they can't pay their wide receiver, their all-pro wide receiver, $38 million a year. It's just ridiculous. That net worth is not the salary cap, you moron. Their salary cap is exactly the same as all the other teams, 31 other teams in the league, that are not worth anything near what the Cowboys are. They all get the same starting annual price. That budget, it's there. What have you used out of this year's budget in previous years? Come on now. Come on now. That's like having 4 kids and they're all a year apart and you can't give one kid more than the other. Hey, you're all getting $30. $30 for the month. You better use it wisely. You're all going to get the same amount of money. One of you says, hey, you know what I'm going to do? Next month, I want a soda, but I don't want to have to pay for it next month. So I'm going to buy 2 sodas this month. And all of these kids got a college fund that's $15,000 sitting in a bank somewhere. That's their worth. They are worth $15,000 a kid because they've got $15,000 to their name sitting in a bank account. All of those kids, all 3-4 of those kids that I just mentioned are worth $15,000 a piece because that's how much money they have in an account in their name. You understand what I'm saying? I think you get the grasp, the concept of it. They're worth $15,000, but all they can spend this month is $30 damn dollars. Cowboys have a budget this year, and they've got 2 people that need to get paid. Can they afford to get both of them paid? Yes, they absolutely can. They can. And they can find ways to manipulate money and move money around and do what they need to do with it. But next year, you got another player that needs to get paid. And you've got more players. We're just talking about Micah on that situation. DeMarcus Ware is going to come up. Okay, hello. Some of these other guys that we're not scoped in on, the fine print that's on the contract. It's there. It's there. If you're willing to look at it, it's there. Wake up, people. Stop looking at the Cowboys' net worth. Look at the salary cap. Be smarter. Okay? Think a little bit more in depth. Don't just look at the player side of it. Yes, CeeDee absolutely deserves to get paid. But the Cowboys have a legitimate conversation to be had. And that's where we're going to leave it. I plan on live streaming during the game. I can't air the game, so I won't be streaming the game. However, I will have the score up here on the screen, and we can kind of review as the game goes along, and see what happens, see what transpires. We'll talk a little bit of game, talk a little bit about who's doing what, how things are looking out on the field, and what the capabilities are of this team going forward into the regular season. Regular season is only a couple of weeks away. We're right there around the corner. It's going to be exciting. I know I've done a lot of bashing during this, but the fact is that football is exciting. It's fun to watch. I enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy watching sports. I enjoy watching the Cowboys play. We're going to cut it here. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and hopefully you guys will subscribe, and we'll start making some more content and get some more people in here on a regular basis. So, thanks, guys. See you soon.